I'm here with a very, very special guest. This guy is also a former cast member. He was a subcontractor for Imagineering. He actually he's the creator of Everything Disney Theme Parks on Facebook, which has over 17,000 followers. Not bad. Not bad. It's not bad. He's also one of the admins not only on Vintage Disney, but Vintage California Adventure and Vintage Walt Disney World. I want to welcome this big Disney collector and fellow fan and cast member, Mr. Greg Zayak. How are you?
Fantastic.
That was a mouthful to get that out, but you deserve it, every bit of it.
You sounded great, Alex.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You too. And you look great. Thanks so much for being here with us. I know I kind of briefly went over a little bit of who you are and what you all about, but can you maybe give us what are the parts I didn't fill in?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for that one, but for me, let's see. Aside from being a big Disney fan since the the late 1950s, I've been actively involved with everything Disney from working for them to being a consultant, not a consultant, but a subcontractor for them, and just being an all-around big-time Disney collector. I mean, I've got several friends that collect much bigger than me, but I still feel like I'm a fairly decent-sized collector.
And you've started your collection back at I believe Mickey Mouse's birth, right? 1928, is that right?
Well, yes. One a good friend of mine back in 1969, Dave Smith, the former archivist that started up the Walt Disney Archives.
Yeah.
I met him through my best friend Steve Laser, and that association with Dave used to take us down to the studios, and we get a tour through the studios a couple of times. And we've been in Walt Disney's office back when it was not Walt Disney. Back when it was Walt Disney's office, but it was more of a storage facility. His furniture was all in both his formal and his informal rooms, but at the same time too is just loaded full of like dust-covered boxes. So been in Walt's office back in the 70s, and let's see what else.
Well, that's
what else to really say unless you want to ask me questions. I'm really good for questions and answers and filling in the blanks from that, as opposed to try to make something something special from like a presentation that we're doing right now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Really, I'm just impressed with your history and who you know and what you've done. That's all. Now I'm looking behind you here, and this looks like It looks like a Disney collector's dream, is what it looks like. Now, a lot of people might see boxes and knickknacks, but I'm seeing treasure. This is, of course, show and tell. You are a shower and a teller. What have you brought to us? What have you brought to us that you can show in this segment here?
Well, put it to you like this, Alex. I'm in a position where you could ask me for anything that you want to see. I probably have it in my collection here somewhere, and I'm going to stand up for a second. And I'm going to point to something back here in the back of my office. Back here in the corner here, I've got about 9 attraction posters, and of my attraction poster collection with all the things that I collect, I've got 38 original attraction posters, as well as some reproductions. The ones that you see here are reproductions from Tokyo Disney Sea and Tokyo Disneyland, but behind this wall here, this desk wall, I've got the bulk of my attraction poster collection. These are all the original, like 36 by 54 inch posters, and I've got them all archival wrapped so they don't fade and they don't deteriorate, so no bugs can invade those holders and tear up my posters. But
now, Greg, these are the posters that you'd see as you walk through the opening arches, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, of the ones that I have for Disneyland that are original attraction posters that I got back in 1972, I've got an original Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln. Let's see, Jungle River Cruise. Let's see, the Monorail, Submarine Voyage. Let's see here, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Oh,
And Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and the Disneyland Railroad. Those are basically the ones I can recall off the top of my head. But of my other attraction posters, I have literally every attraction. I mean, I have several attraction posters from also Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea, let's see, Paris, and also Orlando.
wow. Now, are these things that you picked up at auction, or did you just rip them off the walls and go running?
It's funny. Most of my attraction posters I never paid a dime for, and it was one of these things where back in the day when I was heavy into computer consulting and programming, I had a friend. His name was Ruben Rodriguez, and he was the manager in charge of the poster department for Walt Disney Imagineering. And through Ruben, he wanted me to build him a custom website where he could advertise some of the artwork that he was working with from several artists that were not Disney related, but he wanted to still display some of the artwork that he had in his collection. So I built this custom website for him, and in return, he couldn't pay me the money at my billing rate at that time. So he said, I know you're a big Disney fan, and I work in the poster department. Would you be willing to do like an exchange of product for service? And I said, well, like, what do you have in mind? Well, he gave me a limited Phantom Manor poster for Euro Disneyland that Ruben told me that only 3 are known to exist. One's in Disney Archives. One of my other friends, who will remain nameless, has one, and I have the 3rd. And I have mine hanging up on the wall in my family room right now, and
Is it?
people know what that represents.
Is there a chance we could see it?
Hmm?
Is there a chance we could see it?
Yeah, I mean, let's see here. How would we do this as far as like going from Messenger? I mean, well, let's see here.
No, never mind. We're gonna make it too complicated. Okay. So, what have you brought us to show? What can we see up close? Do you have anything good? I noticed. I mean, I can see that cool Tron poster behind you. That it's an original from the film. Those are very cool.
Like what you and I talked about earlier this evening, my wife's best friend Lisa Marmon was the assistant director on Tron, the original Tron from 1982.
That's right.
Yeah, and at the time, Lisa invited us, my wife and I both, to go down to the studios to watch them film the concluding of the final episode, or the final portion of the movie. My wife couldn't go. Actually, my wife was my girlfriend at the time, but she couldn't go. So I told Lisa I was coming down solo. So Lisa got me into Walt Disney Studios, and we went down to one of the sound stages. And in there, they're doing the whole final scenes where the master control panel had basically Tron took his flying disc and hits him on the head, and the head splits open and circuits go every which way.
Yeah.
When I saw it being filmed, it was David Warner standing on a forklift platform, covered in black sheets, and they were just raising this platform up with him standing on top of it. And I take that back. It was Bruce Boxleiter that was on the platform, but when we saw David Warner, when Tron supposedly throws this, his disc and hits David Warner in the head, David Warner's head, when it splits open, it's actually just cut up rubber bands. They took these cut up rubber bands, sprayed them with some kind of high gloss paint, stuck them in this little contraption, and then it was like electronically triggered to where it would just pop open, and all these rubber bands would go spewing out in all different directions. So that was fun to watch.
Very cool. So I see. Why am I getting the echo now?
You still sound good on my end.
You would have headphones on so that you're not recording.
Okay. Can you plug me in, please? 1 second.
Sure.
Okay. You can still hear me okay? Great. All right. I just had an echo here on my end, so I took care of it with some headphones. All right. So, you've got books back there. You got is that I mean, what can we see? My goodness, it's just a treasure trove of Disney delights. Wow. Oh shoot! Wait a minute! Give me 1 second. He's not coming through now. Or is it this? Give me one more test. Give me a test here. Go ahead and say something, Greg. Yeah, I can hear you. It's not picking you. All right, pull that out. Okay.
So we need to pause and reset and check that just in case.
Okay. No, we're all right.
Let's check.
We're gonna do this. All right. So yeah, tell us about the book one more time. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The Art of Animation book. So I took it by the studios, and I've had it signed by a lot of. I'm sure you'll recognize some of these names. I think they're backwards due to the display, but I've got it signed by Ward Kimball and Bill Justice and Mark Davis and Eric Goldberg and Willie Ito and let's see who else.
Wow, that's Ollie Johnson and Floyd Norman and
Yeah.
Raleigh Crump.
Oh yeah, all these guys.
Mark Davis, Ken Anderson. Wow, that is fantastic. That Ken Anderson, it's very familiar to me. I have a book that he did the artwork for that I got to that I have his signature on.
I had Marty Sklar sign this page.
Wow. Where did you get that signed? I'm sorry, one more time.
This was all at the studios.
All at the studios. Wow.
Back in the 80s.
Wow.
80s and 90s. But this next book will blow your socks off, I think. This one I got back in 1985 for their Disneyland's 30th anniversary. And at the time, they had a special reunion party for former cast members down at the Disneyland Hotel. So before going into that special party, I went into Disneyland and bought this very familiar book, okay, for the 30th anniversary, and then just took it with me to the dinner party. And I sat down at this circular table at the bottom of the banquet hall, and all the chairs were all empty except for myself sitting in this one chair. And over time, all these old guys started sitting down around me. Unbeknownst to me at the time, the people that were sitting at the table with me was Wally Bogue. I had Wally Bogue. I had Cubby O'Brien. I had let's see. I had Mark Davis and Alice Davis. Also, let's see who else. Well, I'll let the pictures, the names, basically. I'll surprise you here if you can see this.
Oh, incredible.
And everybody that signed it had to wish Disneyland happy birthday for the 30th anniversary or the 30th party.
Just those signatures are artwork.
Oh, that's not all. You haven't seen it all yet. So now to the second page, I got Xavier Atencios. I've got Fred Yoger. I've got Lonnie Lonnie Burr from the Musketeers, also Virginia Davis, the original Alice from the Alice cartoons. I got, let's see, Sherry Albersoni, Musketeer. Also, I've got Tommy Cole, Davy Crockett, and Bob Gurr on this page. And then also, because it was the 30th anniversary, I had Paul Wenzel, the designer for the Disneyland stamp, put a stamp in the book. Let's see if I can show it. Put a stamp in the book, and then he signed his name below it.
Wow, get that. Can you get the stamp up close? We got to see that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, perfect.
You see that?
Yeah.
And they stamped it July 17th, 1985. But going further into this book, on the back pages, I've got Bill Justice. And let's see, David Mumford and Bruce. Let's see who else. Bobby. I got Sam McKim and Karen Pendleton and Matt McKim. And then on this back page, I've got. Let's see here. You can see this, Alex. Let's see here.
That looks beautiful.
I got Mark Davis, John Horney, Colin Campbell, Kevin Rafferty, Frank Armitage, Tony Baxter, Bruce Gordon, Marty Sklar again, also both Richard and Robert Sherman, and Nina Ray Vaughn.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's just chock full of autographs. I use this to get a lot of autographs. So this is my favorite autograph book to get signed by famous Disney celebrities and Disney cast members and such. I've got Betty Taylor and Harriet Burns, the first WED employee that was signed up to be the very first WED Imagineer, Harriet Burns. And then also I've got Michael Eisner right across here. And Harriet Burns signed my book twice. On the second time, she wrote over the top of Michael Eisner's name. And I said, "Why did you do that?" And she says, "I have my own personal reasons." So I mean, there's so many names in this book, it would just blow your socks off.
Funny. Wow. That's terrific. Just terrific. So what would you say is probably your most interesting piece that you have that nobody else could possibly match? Is there something that...
It's on the other side of that wall in my family room. I've got between my bathroom door and my office door this huge grouping of autographs and pictures that I've collected over the years that I've framed together in this really nice gold frame. I can send you a picture of it or take a photograph of it and send it to you. But in it, I've got Walt Disney's autograph in it. I've got Roy Disney's a letter that he wrote out to somebody with his signature on his own personal stationery, and then I have a photograph of Roy Jr., Roy E. Disney, with his signature on a ticket book that I got from a stockholders meeting. So I've got Roy E. Disney on the ticket book and Don Tatum, the former CEO of Walt Disney Studios from back in the 70s, on that. And all of this is put together in this huge frame. I mean, it's one of my prized possessions.
Terrific. Very cool. Yeah, we'd love to see what that looks like, and we can show the guests of the Tales from the Kingdom. That would be great.
Sure. If you give me 1 second, I'm going to run out, take a picture with my iPad, and then zoom in on the iPad, and you can see it against this camera.
Okay, we're going to grab a drink at the Tiki Bar.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay.
Hey everybody, if you're just joining in here on the fun, we're talking with Greg Zayak. He's a former Disneyland Resort cast member. He has a long history with Imagineering and also just a lover of Disney and the parks, and just like you and me. So we're talking with people, they're sharing, they're just showing the things that are important to them, because that's what we're doing this for. We can't gather together, we can't be together, but we can still do something together, and that's what this is. And I'm just thrilled that you can join us. I'm thrilled that you're here with us, and it's just a special event, you know. And one day when we look back on these memories, when days are better, we'll be able to make new ones together again. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come. We're going to be playing some games here very soon. You're going to want to stick around. We're going to be going on some rides. There's all kinds of fun in store on Network One here during Tales from the Kingdom. Sounds like we've got Greg coming back.
Yep. Okay.
Alrighty. Greg, what have you brought us to show? Hold on, let me get the close-up cam going here. All right, here we go.
Okay, let me let's get into my photographs.
Now we
Okay, this is the autograph of all of my. Walt Disney's on the top. Roy O. Disney is in the middle with his letter. Let's see if you can see that letter. I got a letter signed by Roy O. Disney, and then below that is a Disneyland ticket book. Never been used. It has the admission and all the tickets in it, and it was signed by Roy E. Disney and Don Tatum, the former CEO of Walt Disney Studios. And all of those just sit outside my office door. And then I got, let's see here. This is sort of like my claim to fame as far as attraction posters that sit on my family room wall, just on the other side of this wall. These are all our original attraction posters. Like I said earlier, the Phantom Manor is only one of 3 known to exist on the planet. And the Orbitron and the Big Thunder Mountain Railway, I got those on trade of services to the manager of the poster department for Walt Disney Imagineering. Can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Beautiful, Greg. Just beautiful. Just
And
beautiful.
then on the very far end, I don't know if you can see, I got the Disneyland Railroad from the Bicentennial Special that came out in 1976. So.
Wow, a little before my time, but I definitely remember the picture.
Yeah. But like I said, my wife, when we bought this house back in 1992, I told my wife I wanted to have a room so I could be able to essentially have a man cave. And the house that we were in before this one, I had this huge collection, but she wouldn't let me display any of it. So when we moved into the new house, I made her basically, we're in the escrow office, and I had her sign a document for me that said that I was going to be allowed to decorate one room in the house the way I wanted to. So she begrudgingly agreed to this agreement because I told her I wouldn't sign the escrow papers if she didn't sign my contract. So in doing so, when she signed that agreement, then I chose to pick the biggest room in the house, which is the family room. And the family room has, oh my gosh, aside from the attraction posters on one wall and Walt Disney and Roy and Don Tatum on another wall, I have a home entertainment center where I have an original prop from the 1960 time machine that starred George. It was produced by George Powell, and it starred Rod Taylor. I have one of the original time machines that sits in the Tantalus box that Sebastian Cabot is holding, as they're trying to show the other 3 people in the room how time works or how time travel works.
Now, is your wife, after all these years, is she still combative over all the memorabilia in the room, or is it still a fight? Are you going around and around in circles over this Disney stuff?
Dude, don't even go down that path, man. It's
oh man,
I have a strong love. Our 2 daughters, they have the similar love that I have, but my wife absolutely despises Disney. And oh yeah, big time.
No way.
right?
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
The last time I got her to come into Disneyland was back when we were dating 40 years ago, and that's the last time I got her to come back into the park. Yeah. So the fact that I have all this stuff in my office, this huge collection, and a lot of it's displayed out in my family room, it's kind of bittersweet because she comes into the family room and looks at all this stuff, and it's like, I can see the disgust in her face, but at the same time, it's like, hey, look, too bad. You signed my agreement.
Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds like it's a real happy marriage. And but at least the way I see it, you may be going around and around in circles with your wife about this, but at least your collection is growing. So I would call that a carousel of progress.
Oh, most definitely. Speaking of which, I have that poster too.
Fantastic. Well, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and we're so thankful that you're going to join us for it. We've got the party coming out. We're kicking it off at 6:50 p.m. for the 65th. That's Pacific Standard Time. Greg Zayak, what a history, what a Disney fan, and what a collector. We can't wait to hear more, and we probably will during the NishCon. And he's going to be talking to you about your antiques. So make sure you bring them out and show us what you got, because there might be some little gems in there. We came up with a little jingle based on, you remember Donald's birthday?
Yes.
You know, and they had the little the boys' piggy bank, right?
Yes.
Well, that jingle runs through my head all the time because this is one of my favorite Donald Duck cartoons. And as this quarantine was going on, and I'm sitting here cleaning out my shed, I realized I'm cleaning out my shed. I found a few gems. Now it's time to share it with your family and friends, right? It's show and tell. It's show and tell. Hey, Greg, you have been really, really kind and generous with your time, and I know it gets political online, and for you to let us publicize the event on VD and Vintage Disneyland, we really appreciate that. So,
my pleasure.
In thanks to you, we want to send you a medallion.
Oh,
this is there's a limited edition. We've only made 50 of them for this event, but we want to send one to you for free. And this is a Tales from the Kingdom medallion.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's pretty, isn't it?
That is sweet.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's made of really nice metals. It's layered. It's also it's got a magnet and you can patch it onto a hat or a jacket or anything like that. Plus, it comes in this cool carrying case.
It also almost reminds me of that collector name tag that came in that oval shape package metal similar to this.
Yeah. Well, these are just ours, and we think they're kind of special, and so we want to offer you, because of your love for Disney and well, you're sharing with us number 33.
Oh gosh, thank you.
Yeah, right. So
Very cool.
You're now in Club 33. This is yours, so we're going to send that out to you. Thank you so much, Greg. It was a real pleasure talking with you, and we'll see more of you. Hopefully, we can play some games as we carry on with our weekend celebrating the 65th.
Sounds fantastic, Alex. I look forward to seeing that schedule and seeing where I can fill in and fit in.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Greg, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.
Great, Alex. Thank you.
There we go. It's already everywhere. All right, we are live. We are back. Thank you for joining us for 65th birthday of Disneyland. I got 1 year ahead of myself because remember, I came late to party. I don't even come around till 1969. Anyway, we have great guest with us tonight. Remember, you can call in live to wish happy birthday to Disneyland by calling in at 458-201-8977. First of all, I want to say thank you to my friend Tio Juan, who came and hosted the first half of the party. He did good job. He's good. Now I make it out to this room. I've never been to this place before. It's very interesting. Apparently you come here to drink. Is that right? Anyway, we have Brandon Hardy, who is from he's with us live right now from New York, as a matter of fact. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
He's from New York, missing. Wow. Now, Brandon, we are going to play a game of Say What with you, and it's going to be fun. And let's see if maybe you can see your screen. Yes, we are doing this.
Yes.
All right, man. Now you are a Haunted Mansion fan. Is that right? I'm learning.
I am indeed. I don't know if it's very dark in here, so let me see if I can illuminate the situation. But
Oh, so I'm.
find
that-
myself in some dark, forgotten, hidden corner of the mansion here at home.
That wallpaper is very familiar to me. I've seen before.
It's pretty common. I think it's just a stock wallpaper, you know, lots of houses.
Right, you find it at everywhere at the Home Staples stores.
Yeah, you know, I think it's from Target or something like that.
Yeah, the problem, see, when I was alive, the Target was on my back.
I don't know what to say about that.
Of course, right. Well, we're going to play a quick game with you and have good time. So, are you ready to play Say What? What we're going to do is show you some words. You're going to read these words and sound them out and try to say what we are trying to convey to you. Are you ready to play, Brandon Hardy?
I hope so. I have a hard enough time sounding out words where I already know what they mean.
Well, then this will be even more fun. We will have good time. You have to
All right.
Open up a whole new one.
It's going to be a little bit of a Rorschach test.
That's right. All right, so we will begin with Say What, and you will have 60 seconds to guess what this is, starting now. You have to...
I'm on Stairs Sink. I'm on Monsters Inc.
There we go. Wow, he's very good at this. What is this, the brilliant guy?
I think I got lucky with that one.
All right, well, hopefully we have something a little more difficult because we only have a few more and this game is supposed to last. This guy can't be too smart.
I've never had a problem with that before.
Well, all I have is my head to use, but I barely use that. All right, ready to play Say What, which is also by coincidence brought to you from scratch. When you make something, make it from scratch. All right, Say What, and your time is starting now.
Okay. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford?
Harrison. Very good, very good. This guy is brilliant. He knows all of his... Now, Harrison Ford, what is your opinion? Disney Prince or no Disney Prince?
Perhaps a reluctant Disney prince.
He's got to be Disney Prince. I think he's Disney Prince. You get bought by grandfather, you get grandfathered in.
What happens, yeah.
That's what is just way of life. It's circle almost.
Some might say that, yeah.
All right. Brandon Hardy, we are moving on to next one. Are you ready to play Say What? Good, because your time has already started.
Oh, good. The Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo is right, man. These are almost too easy. My goodness, we need to find
Finding Nemo too many times.
we need to find more difficult one for him. That's what we need to do. He is too smart for us. We will find something more difficult. All right. Now, Brandon Hardy, we are going to make this a little harder. Let's moving on.
Improvise some lighting a little bit, just because it's so spooky here.
That's much better. Much better lighting. All right. We are moving on with Finding Nemo. And Say What? For Disney version, your time... You know what? He is too smart for this. We have to chop your time in half. We are chopping your time in half, much like my head has been chopped.
Alright.
All right. So 30 seconds is all you are having, and it is already starting right now.
Okay. Mage chess, stick map, bowren. Mage chess, stick map.
Pretend you have had too much vodka and you are drinking too much.
Mage chess, stick map, bowren. Mage stick. Oh. Majestic Matterhorn?
That's right. Very good. You had 2 seconds left, and that was not bad.
Oh,
Right. It helps when you do the drunk, huh?
yeah, a little bit.
So if you're playing along at home, take shots. It's good for
I
you.
knew I should have started drinking before this. Yeah, that would have helped.
Most people do. All right, your time is already starting. Go.
Okay. The sword off brass. The sword of brass.
This one is difficult. Not many people know.
Oh, the Wizard of Braz.
Ah, he knows the. Wow! Very impressive. You know, that one came out of my own head.
That was a reach.
It was.
If you didn't know what that was,
You want to talk about.
you'd never figure that out. Ooh.
You want to talk about reach, my friend? Try reaching out to watch them put on those Wizard of Bras when you have no legs.
Maybe that's why the store's not there anymore.
That's probably why. We are playing Disney Say What. We've got Brandon Hardy, who is a good man from Broadway, playing our game. And on the 65th birthday of Disneyland, on the 65th birthday of Disneyland, brought to you by Scratch. Remember, when you buy something, buy it from Scratch. All right, you ready to play and move on to Say What? 30 seconds and your time is starting already. Oh, it's done! Wait a minute. You know what, Brandon? We go back. We go back. Watch this is what we do. It's very simple.
I thought that meant I won.
You did. You won that one. But that's not very much to win.
That's the free space.
Speaking of winning, Brandon, we have sent to you the Tales from the Kingdom medallion that was coming to you in the mail. We're very excited about that.
Thank you so much.
Oh, we lost this guy again. All right.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What did I do?
You did nothing. Is our
No, it has to be me this time.
We are celebrating Disneyland's 65th anniversary, and we are celebrating live with you. All you have to do, call in 458-201-8977. That's 458-201-8977. Talk to me, Uncle Lucius, from the loves the world's haunted mansion from Disneyland Resort. I've been watching you for years and years. Now you are watching me. Brandon, you're a big Haunted Mansion fan that started as a young man, and you have told us that story when we can see that later on during Tales from the Kingdom. But can you share with us real quick while we have you a magical memory that comes to mind when you see me, Uncle Lucius?
Well, I think the first thing that comes to mind, seeing your face in particular, was the very first time I made a trip to Disneyland after years of visiting Walt Disney World. I think you have a cousin in Walt Disney World, a cousin or two, maybe who's identical?
Correct. Yes, it's weird time back then. You can only find so many partners. Anyway, long explanation, short story.
But so visiting Disneyland for the first time, I remember coming out of the stretching room and not realizing that the hallway was going to be different than it is in the Florida mansion. And so you get to walk by you at Disneyland, whereas in Disney World you ride by. And so for years and years I wondered, how are they all looking directly at me every time I go by in the Doom Buggy? They must just look at every other Doom Buggy, and I happen to get lucky that they look at me every time I ride by. But one day I'm going to go by and they're going to be looking at someone else. And then, of course, visiting Disneyland, where you walk by the busts, I sort of took a moment and said, now, wait a second. This can't be what I think it is, because how are you looking at me if I have the ability to move back and forth? You never take your eyes off me. And so that was the moment that I first realized that you were just madly in love with me, and specifically me, and only had eyes for me, and that was why every time I walked by, you looked at me and, ignored, forsaking all others, were able to keep contact with me specifically. So it was a pivotal moment in my life.
Brandon, you have figured out the whole entire purpose of this whole event. Brandon Hardy, will you be the honor of being my 999th happy hunt?
Sorry, Helmut?
Well, we had to get rid of one to make room for you. I'm sorry. It was, you know, she's a sad ex. She gets very angry. She got an axe. It's no good, man.
I thought I was the only one. I didn't realize there were so many others.
Come on, buddy. I'm 212 years old. What do you want from me?
Ah, what the heck. All right, sure.
No, you know what? I don't like the way you're too passive and easy. I don't want you anymore. Kapui.
I thought about it. I don't know.
We cannot have this negativity on the 65th birthday of Disneyland. Brought to you by Scratch. Let's play a couple more rounds of Say What. What do you say, huh?
All right.
All
let's
right.
see.
Your time, we'll have to, he's too smart for us. We have to straighten his time out and give it half time. And go, your time is 30 seconds and it starts right now.
Okay. Oh, here we go. I lost the window. I don't know if I see the word yet.
Oh, you gotta share. We have to share.
His time starts not yet.
Wait, it's too bad. It's too bad. Your time is already starting. No. Just share
Okay.
screen. Share
I'm
screen.
trying.
There we go.
Oh,
And
1 second, buddy.
Sip 80, dude.
Oh,
Hold
here.
on.
moving on.
Late.
All right. And its time starts now. Yes, that's right, George of the Jungle.
Smiling and rolling right along.
Well, that's the that's the whole memory thing. Are you? I'm hoping myself. I want to get onto Splash the Mountain before. Well, they have these straps for me. I'm kind of a big deal around Park. It's like, you know, give Lucius what he wants, you know, or Lucius don't play, you know. So they have special.
Special strength.
We prefer.
Back. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Right. He's aware. All right, we are going to try this once time again.
All right.
Touch nothing on your end. Don't even breathe. Stop breathing altogether. For at least 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay, I can hold my breath for 9 minutes, right?
We are coming to you live. We are talking to Brandon Hardy, a puppeteer from Broadway, and we are playing game Say What, brought to you on Tales from the Kingdom, the Disney version. All right, you have 30 seconds to figure this one out. Come on, move it.
Pocahontas.
Did you get these earlier or something because you're figuring these out too quick?
No, that one, just Pocahontas and I are very close.
We have to stop getting college people to come onto the show. That's the problem. He's college people.
Oh, flatter me. It's been more than a moment since I was in college.
All right, big college man. You figure this out then. All right. Go.
I raid Softy Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's too easy for this guy. You know what I think we do?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
What do you say we give him a round of Magic Jeopardy? It's very simple. You just open it right here as the same as the PowerPoint. You just go to File and Open. If it had it. We have to stop the share.
Stop, not share.
No, we don't stop share, but we stop this one. It's very simple. We're going to play different game with you, Brandon, because you're too smart for us. But, Mr. Smart Weisenheimer, we have game for you where we test your wits. Now, if you are streaming live and watching this absolute wonderful fire show, we want you to call in and wish Disneyland a happy birthday at 458-201-8977. That's 458-201-8977. Make sure to call in and wish Disneyland a happy 65th birthday. All right, we are going to play from start. It's very simple. It's already set up to play from start. Now capture that window. It's good. We make good team. He knows what to do before I tell him to do it. He's big college brain like you.
I've walked by many colleges.
Yes, I went to college as well. That's where all the good keg parties are. Of course, back in my day, they were cask parties because they had the casks. Of course, it was not. We could not just tap a keg. You know, it's like somebody needs to get a sword. It's a problem.
Just as long as you didn't get sealed up in any walls or anything.
I'll tell you what, though, man. After I lost my body and liver, I've been able to catch a buzz a lot quicker.
Well, that's good.
It goes straight to my head.
Yikes. Should have seen that one coming.
You take your comedy binoculars off and you'll see that punchline. Are you staying healthy during all this time of tribulation and plague?
I think so.
How unfortunate.
Well, there's only so much I can do. I'm mostly just staying home.
Have you been drinking your hemlock tea like you're supposed to be doing?
Oh, I knew I forgot something. It was hemlock, right? Okay, I've been putting arsenic in it, and I thought, all right, well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Of course, you don't remember Tombstone. That it must have been taken down before your time. Old Uncle Charlie got knocked off his socks. His wife served him his wife served him hemlock on the rocks. It's good. He's good. Poor Uncle Charlie is knocked off his socks. His good wife served him hemlock on the rocks. I just make that up off top of my head. It's not far to go.
You should etch it in stone.
I have. It's very difficult to hold the hammer and the chisel in my mouth.
Well, that's true.
I've become ambimouthtress.
I'm sure if you practice.
Had I practiced at anything, I'm sure I would be a true proficient.
I don't know if my video cut out again, by the way. I don't know what's happening. I think
Everything and nothing all at once.
everything and nothing. Great.
Roll with punches.
Not bad.
Everybody out there is watching crap show. It's okay. What's better? You going to watch Jimmy Fallon? Pugh. Come on. This guy full of vinegar and business. We could call Jimmy Fallon and
Someone
prank.
can call right now at 458-201-8799.
Voice.
Nope, 8977.
The voice of the studio. Please give us that phone number once again and again.
That live studio number, call in now, 458-201-8977.
That's right. You can call in live and talk to me, Uncle Lucius. What? Juan gets all the phone calls and I get nothing? Don't be stinker pants. Call in live.
I'm
What?
sorry, am I nothing? Is that what you're saying? Why not count?
You are counting all the things, but we are trying to get you set up because your screen keeps freezing up. So we keep trying to get you all put together in Magic Jeopardy.
It's chilly in here, New York is a different climate than wherever you guys are.
I've heard of New York. It's a beautiful place.
Okay. Alright. I'll take it. It's quiet these days, but I think that's probably good news.
I'm having same problem at mansion. It's too quiet. I can't not live like this. All right. Are you ready to play Disney Jeopardy, Magic Jeopardy?
I think so.
All right. We are sharing screen. We are first category, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
Okay.
We have the Song of the South,
Oh boy.
Disney theme parks,
Okay.
heroes, and of course villains,
Naturally.
and Disney castles. Remember that we're going to give you the castle or the theme park, and you give us either the theme park or the castle.
Okay.
Understand? All right, where do we go first?
Good question. Yeah, I'll say, well, it's Disneyland's birthday. Let's do Disney theme parks 100.
Disney theme parks for one. Epcot is an acronym for this.
Do I have to phrase it as what is?
Yes, you do, of course. Come on, this Jeopardy.
What is experimental prototype community of tomorrow?
That is correct. He knows his stuff already. All right, moving on, smart guy. What more you got? Oh no, you have to. Yeah, no, hit back.
Ignoring it. I didn't see it. I didn't see that one.
You're not seeing a thing. Stopped. The window's closed. All right. Oh, play from start. There we go. That's
Did I go
fine.
out again?
Nope, you're fine.
I'm fine. Woo. You say that into this microphone, because I've never heard that in my life.
All right.
We're not sharing it yet, so.
So we need to share screen. There.
I
Ah,
have to print. I have to.
you have to click it. Yeah.
press the button.
No, just hit share screen. There. Aha! Now we are sharing the screen. Okay, and don't worry about it. That's all right. We're live with Brandon Hardy, and we're playing. I know we're playing comedy. We're playing the Jeopardy round with Brandon Hardy from New York. It's an amazing time to be alive.
Boy, is it.
Brandon Zoom. That's fine. Okay. Zoom is good. All right. So where are we going to next very soon here, Brandon? As soon as we get you popped into the screen here.
Yes.
Problems. Zoom.
Hero. Should I be hitting big numbers, or should I start with the lower numbers? I don't know.
Well, you tell us, Mr. Smart Guy. What are you thinking?
I'll try Heroes 200. Let's see that.
All right, we will get there in just 1 second here. We're trying to place you again. Now, remember that you can call in live and wish Disneyland a happy 65th birthday at 458-201-8977. We're talking live with Brandon Hardy right now through the miracle of Zoom, which is just a wonderful thing. All right, nobody move or breathe. We're going to Disney theme parks for 200.
All right.
Race a Tron Light Cycle on an attraction at this recently added Disney park.
What is Shanghai Disneyland?
What is Shanghai Disneyland? He knows everything. All right, where we go next, Smart Brain Man?
Let's try Heroes 200. Or maybe Disney Castles.
I don't know how.
Whichever.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
let's review.
We are going
But
to
before the break,
He-
answer
I
these
already
two
forgot that one,
questions.
so this is great.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
And now we're back.
All right, we're going to Disney Castles, or where do we go?
Yeah, Disney Castles 100.
Disney Castles 100. We try that. Sleeping Beauty's Castle. Come on.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to assume Disneyland.
What is
What is Disneyland?
Disneyland Resort? Yes,
Good question.
we accept that. All right, we try that again. Okay, now next one.
Yeah, got the format. Disney Castles 200.
200. Cinderella's Castle.
Well, but I will say, what is Walt Disney World Resort?
What is Walt Disney World Resort? Magic Kingdom, that's right. Okay, we get a little tougher now. Let's see if he knows his stuff. Le Château de la Belle à Bois Dormant.
I'm lucky I've been able to visit that one. I would have to say, what is Disneyland Resort Paris?
Disneyland Paris Resort. Very smart, my friend. All right, what else you got for me? Where we go?
Villains 100.
Villains for 100. These... Oy. You have to be so careful when... No, don't hit the escape. Just go back. These bad guys are known for guzzling up the things you prize, including honey.
Alright, let's think.
We're-
I'm gonna say Heffalumps and Woozles.
Heffalumps and Wuzzles is right. Very good. Okay, and then click to go back. All right. We're back. Where do we go next? Careful, don't touch anything on those.
Let's try Song of the South for 100.
Song of the South for 100. The tales of Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear are told by this fictional storyteller.
Who is Uncle Remus?
Who is Uncle Remus? Fantastic part of American literature. All right, where do we go next?
Let's try Heroes 300.
Heroes for 3. She taught us how to whistle while we work.
Who is Snow White?
She did. Don't take the apple. Where do we go next?
Twilight Zone Tower of Terror for 200.
For 200. Out of the parks which offer the attraction, this is the only one to not follow the original Twilight Zone storyline.
What is Tokyo Disney Sea? Or Tokyo Disneyland?
Tokyo Disney Sea Resort is correct. He's very precise, man. Can we stump him? I don't know.
When we start hitting higher numbers, that might.
All right.
Want to say Disney Castles for 400?
Disney Castles for 4. Enchanted Storybook Castle.
What is Shanghai Disneyland?
What is Shanghai Disneyland? Correct. Brilliant. To finish off category.
Yeah, why not?
Sleeping Beauty's Castle of Magical Dreams.
Oh, that one. I don't even know if it's technically officially open yet.
Little bit of language barrier. They don't understand my accent.
That's okay. I'm not sure I understand your accent either.
You insult me.
Oh, Disney theme parks 300.
300 for... This is the only park to feature the majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
What is Disneyland?
Of course, what is Disneyland Resort? Thank you. Happy 65th.
Happy 65th.
Where do we go next?
Disneyland 400.
Disney theme parks for 400.
Oh, yes,
Built
sorry.
in 1982, this Disney park had both the honor and curse of being the first built outside of the United States.
What is Tokyo Disneyland?
What is Tokyo Disneyland? And I have medallion I'm going to share at the Tales from the Kingdom of opening day.
Oh, really?
I do. It's cool. It comes with letter, and I think it was signed by Dick Nunes.
Oh, wow.
Very cool. All right, what next? The world is oyster to you.
Let's close out Disney theme parks.
They've already done that. Opening in 1992. Careful. This Disney park has undergone 4 different name changes.
Well, I guess currently it would be, what is Disneyland Paris?
Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Resort Paris. We accept both. Ding, ding, ding. Well done.
Disneyland Paris, Euro Disneyland.
I'm a Disneyland. You're a Disneyland. We're all a Disneyland. What we go to next, my friend?
How about Song of the South 200?
Controversial. The original Uncle Remus, his songs and his sayings, Nights with Uncle Remus, was written by this 19th century author.
Yikes. Somewhere in my brain I know it, but I'm just not gonna get it now.
Joel Chandler Harris is tough one.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's good. He was a fictional storyteller back in 19th century. Good guy. I knew him myself.
Sorry, Joel.
Still owes me 25 pesos.
Let's try Villains 200.
Villains for 2. This villain of voodoo is more commonly known as the Shadow Man.
Who is? Oh, I just lost his name. It was on the tip of my tongue. Dr. Facilier.
Oh, very good. You got it just in the time. I'm already predicting that when you are going up the mountain and about to go down the drop, when they change it over to Princess and Frog, that they're going to be playing, Are you ready? Are you ready? That will be exciting. No, hit play. It's fine. Or go back. Go back. Yeah, Dr. Facilier.
I don't know if I am ready. We'll see how it goes.
There.
I get chills just thinking about it. It's kind of a spooky moment.
It is. Where do we go next?
Let's try Heroes 200.
Heroes for 2. Animator Glenn Keane said this Disney hero style was closely based on his skateboarding son.
Who is Tarzan?
Who is Tarzan is correct. The way he swishes and goes in and out of trees, he looks like Surfer.
Yeah.
Plus those,
You say it, but,
and he's got those killer abs, of course.
yeah, well, don't we all?
I wish. Well, I used to have them. Where do we go next, my friend?
Let's say Heroes 100.
Heroes for 1. This mythological muscle man may have fallen from grace, but ended up going the distance.
Who is Hercules?
Hercules, who put the gladiator.
Forgive
My favorite
I
flavor.
haven't marked it up. That's what it is. Let's do Twilight Zone Tower of Terror for 100.
Of course. Submitted for your approval. This iconic American TV host welcomes you to the hotel. No smoking, please.
Who is Rod Serling?
We would have also accepted who is a terrible Rod Serling impersonation.
Well, I wouldn't want to say that. Not in recent company, at least.
All right, there we go. Where do we go next?
Let's do Villains 300.
Villains for 3. Ka the Snake was one of the rare occasions this voice actor played a Disney heavy.
Who is Sterling Holloway?
Oh, bother. Correct, my friend. Well done. He did so many voices. They all sounded alike, but they were all different in some way.
Very different, yeah. Let's try Twilight Zone Tower of Terror for 300.
Okay, we're going back to Disneyland Paris. Offers a reimagined version. And this.
Sort of taking a guess here, but who is the little girl?
No, they are all featuring the little girl, but this one you go into the fifth dimension. Interesting that you mention little girl, because the idea of the little girl for Tower of Terror was brought about by the episode of Little Girl Lost, where she gets caught in that fifth dimension, which is where they get the idea for that ride. Is interesting, no? That storyline.
Yeah. Let's do Song of the South 300.
Song of the South for 300.
Let's see.
It's the kind of day when you can't open your mouth without a song jumping right out of it.
What is a zippity-doo-dah day?
That's right, it's one of those zippity-doo-dah days. I love it. It's good, no? All right, where do we go next, friend? We're almost done.
Let's try Heroes for 400.
Heroes for 4, where we go? This Inception practitioner rodent may have worked for peanuts, but he launched a soaring pachyderm's career.
Who is Timothy Mouse?
Who is Timothy Q. Mouse? That is correct. Well done.
I don't know if I would have gotten Q.
No, it's very difficult. It actually, I think it's for Quinn or Quentin.
Oh, that makes sense. Villains 400?
The main villain of the 1986 3D film and theme park attraction, Captain EO, played by Angelica Houston. Are we going to stump him on this one?
Oh, no, I know it. The Supreme Leader?
Who is the Supreme Leader? Wow! Now that's impressive, my friend.
I had to think about it for a second.
That's a tough one. That is not
I
easy.
saw her climbing down from the ceiling, but I couldn't get her name. I almost missed it.
You bring a gift to me. Those nails with the way they clickety clacked freaked me out every time.
It's bone chilling.
If I had bones, they would be chilled.
No, they certainly would be. Let's do Twilight Zone Tower of Terror 400.
400. The clip of film in which the attraction is introduced was unwrapped from which Twilight Zone episode starring a young Billy Mummy? It's real good you know this. It's real good you know this.
Yeah, I think I may have forgotten this, unfortunately.
Oh no, we are stumping him in the big numbers.
Yeah,
Toot, 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 toot.
I think
It's a good life.
like, well, see, that explains it.
You're a bad man. You're a very bad man.
Let's do Song of the South 400.
All right, here we go. Playing the lead in other Disney films such as So Dear to My Heart and Peter Pan, this child star played Johnny.
Oh. I know his name. That's so close. Bobby Driscoll.
Who is Bobby Driscoll? Come on, everybody. Here we go. Woo, 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 woo.
Brain's slowing down.
It's late. You know what? It's all right. It's late where you are. We've kept you up a long time, but it's only almost done.
We'll blame it on that.
Home stretch of party.
Let's close out Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
Let's do it. Imagineers took great care to showcase artifacts from several episodes, including this misleadingly titled cookbook.
What is to serve man?
What is to serve man? It's a cookbook!
Song of the South 500.
Song of the South for 5. Here we go. Oh, hit play. It's Daily Double. And guess what? We are all about James Holzhauer here. Click it.
Oh boy.
Oops. Sorry.
this the moment where I say, let's make it a true?
Yes. Bing! This co-star was the first African-American woman to receive an Oscar for her performance in Gone with the Wind 7 years prior.
Who is Hattie McDaniel?
Who is Hattie McDaniel? We will accept that. Yes, very good. All right, where we go next?
Let's do Heroes.
The fun. This is one of my favorite cartoons. I love that one.
Oh,
All right, last category. We finish it off with villains.
yes.
This character double-crossed Pinocchio and several other boys by taking them to Pleasure Island.
Who is the coachman?
Who is the coachman? That's right. I loved his teeth. They were fantastic. They never come back
And terrifying.
as boys.
Bright red face. You
Where's
never
the-
unsee it.
No, where's the Final Jeopardy? Final Jeopardy.
Oh, Final Jeopardy. All right.
How does one find
All right, Final Jeopardy. Because we don't have screen, we're just going to tell it to you and you guess.
Oh, right ahead.
All right. This #1 hit song from Disney Pixar has proven to be the Disney's top-selling song of America of all time. And by the way, the category is America Sings.
America sings. Okay.
Do, 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 do,
Do I have
do,
all time? Should I get out the pen and write down on the screen?
Just answer a frigging question. Do, 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 do,
My thing is,
do.
what is You've Got a Friend in Me?
Oh, sorry, that is terrible noise, actually. But you know what? You can't hold on to a grudge that long. You need to let it go.
Oh,
Let it go, let it go. It's the top #1 hit song. All the girls singing Let It Go. I'll tell you what, you've met my friend Alex Elkin, comedian, yes?
I believe so.
He's a nice guy. He is a family man. He has a daughter who is 4 years old. He was telling me the other day that he'd only seen Frozen 1 only about 9,812 times. Do you think he would... I wonder if he would understand what the heck is going on in Frozen 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, they're making pretty pennies and laughing all the way to bank on that one, my friend.
Yes, they are.
Hey, Brandon Hardy, it's been pleasure talking to you. Make sure to stick around all weekend on Tales from the Kingdom, where we talk to Brandon later on and he gives us a cool tour of his backyard and we meet all the interesting factors that make up Walt Disney World right there in New York.
Oh, sorry. Before I go, can I show you one thing real fast?
With-
I think you might like it.
I think we would love it. Please share.
All right. So let's see. I don't have a full model of Disneyland, but I thought I might be able to put together a little taste for the anniversary.
Oh.
Let's see. So it's a little model. Let's see. I made the Matterhorn today because I looked and I was like, well, that's missing. I cheated a little bit and pulled Big Thunder and Splash Mountain out of my mini Disney World. So you'll have to let that go. But the Matterhorn is made special and new. It still smells like spray paint. So
Oh my goodness, that is so to scale. My God, that is beautiful. And look at the Star Tours car that's popping out, and it's like concept art has come to 3D life.
something like that.
It's beautiful, Brandon Hardy. You do amazing work. No wonder that you are so successful in your life when you work in Broadway and the shows that you do is amazing. And the fact that you share it with us and you have time to do so. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it is always pleasure to be had, as I felt.
Something like that.
All right, my friend, we're going to say goodbye to Brandon Hardy. Say goodnight, everybody. He's all the way on the East Coast. He needs to get some bed and some bed rest and some beauty sleep because
Wonderful dad.
that face does not get pretty all on its own. It takes lots of rest.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, and happy anniversary of Disneyland, and thanks for having me.
Thank you. Happy 65th, Disneyland. All right, we're going to say goodnight to Brandon. Bye-bye now. All right. You know, this 65th anniversary has been a heck of a time. We're having a really, really good time tonight. And we want to thank you so much for everyone who has joined us, who has called in to wish happy 65th birthday to Disneyland. That is so important to us. All right. You know. I'll do that. Before we go, you can call in one last time if you like at 458-201-8977. You can, of course, check out our medallions, which are on sale all weekend. There's only 20 left. Oh, I'm finding out we are down to 18 left. People are buying these like hotcakes. Make sure to pick one up. This is your commemorative medallion, exclusive to this event, and there is a limited number, and they're all numbered on the back in this beautiful, handy, shiny case. Isn't it so bright and shiny, Mr. Disney? Shut up, kid. It's beautiful. It's a patch. It's a magnet. It is something you can take everywhere and collect. And, of course, you can always order your Tales from the Kingdom t-shirt to commemorate all the memories that we're making together this weekend. Be sure to join us tomorrow when we are talking to the skippers from the Jungle Cruise who are going to be regaling us from stories from around the river and having a good time. This is Uncle Lucius, your friend from the Haunted Mansion.